What's up guys, welcome back to Pokemon Platinum, and we just made it to Hearthome City. We're actually going to go back inside the Pokemon Center before we do anything, because it is a Friday, and if you're playing on Friday, you can actually fight these two trainers in here. And also, if you're playing on a Saturday, there's another trainer you can fight, so any other day of the week, there's no one in here, but you can always reset your DS clock and fight these guys. That's kind of your way of cheating the system, because the DS isn't smart enough to realize that you can just change your date over like a week ahead and it won't know the difference. So yeah, this dude starts off with a Mime Jr., and I guess Black Star's just gonna demolish this thing with a bite. So yeah, there we go. I'm sorry, Mime Jr. Sorry I had to end this way. You're cute and all, but I had to let Black Star eat you. And level 22, there we go. Alright, so you leveled up. Way to start off the video. Could not have asked for anything better. And from a chop, let's go over to Meditite. Because Itachi could use some experience, plus I've got some psychic attacks to take down Machop. But yeah, Hearthome City, there's a few things to do in here that we'll check out. The main thing, of course, is the contest hall. And if you remember in the last video, as soon as we got into Hearthome City, some lady's Buneary was running off, and we saved it, because we were just there at the right place at the right time. And she said she would thank us if we went to the contest hall. So we already have a reason to go over there. So we'll find out there's a few things to do there. And I don't know why Machop always uses Foresight. Like, every Machop I find uses Foresight, whether it's useful or not. Like, alright, if you're fighting a Ghost, then yeah, sure, you go ahead and use Foresight. Then you can use fighting attacks on it. But if you're fighting a Itachi and Meditite, like, what good is that gonna do for you? So yeah, I think he tries to blame his loss on the heaviness of his camera. Like, seriously, is that really your excuse? You couldn't think of anything better than that? But yeah, let's put Meditite up front because he's about to get up a level. And we'll fight this random trainer here. Ooh, and it's a Jubilife TV on the spot live battle. So yeah, reporter Kinsey has a Shinx, which she didn't evolve. That was smart of her. But yeah, Itachi will take care of this thing. So yeah, there we go. And I am recording this on a Friday, so I'm hoping the video actually gets up on a Friday. I apologize though, I've realized a lot of the videos have been getting up on like a Saturday or a Sunday. My phone just rang. I wonder if you guys can hear that on the microphone, but anyways, yeah, Itachi gets up a level, but yeah, there's a lot of, it's hard to communicate because everyone's always so busy, and when I'm uploading a video to Planet Poke, there's other people that have to upload it, and if we're not on the same page, like if we're not going on our computers at the same time to like transfer the video, it makes it kind of difficult. But yeah, I'm going over to my Drifloon here because I saw that she's going to send out her Drifloon. So I obviously have to prove that Zeppy's, like, the better Drifloon right here. I mean, come on, what else am I going to do? So we'll astonish the crap out of this thing. And it's probably going to... Oh yeah, it flinched, I was right. So a couple more of these. So yeah, anytime I fight a Pokemon that I have, I like to send mine in just to prove I have superiority. And you're gonna use Stockpile. I mean, Stockpile is a good move and all, but when you're like low on health, about to die, probably not a good call. And of course the Aftermath. Kinda forgot about that, but whatever. So yeah, there we go. We knocked out Drifloon, the balloon Pokemon. What's funny about Drifloon is like, I'm sure everyone's had that experience when they're younger that they've had like a balloon that they let go of and it just flew away into the sky. I wonder if that's ever happened with Drifloon. But, anyways, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to the PC quickly to make sure I have an extra spot in my party, so let's deposit this egg, which is eventually going to evolve into Togepi, but for now we'll get rid of it. And the reason I'm doing that is because we can go onto this house right next to the Pokemon Center and get ourselves an Eevee for free, but you do need to have a spot open in your party. Now this is something you can only do in Platinum version. In Diamond and Pearl, you can get the Eevee, but you can't do it till after you beat the game. So, Platinum version is awesome. You can get yourself a level 20 Eevee right off the bat in the game. And everyone loves Eevee because it has so many options. You can evolve it into a Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, or Glaceon. And it's at level 20, which is awesome. In Diamond and Pearl, you get it at level 5. So, it starts off with nothing really that great for attacks, but I mean, you can already go into the Eterna Forest and evolve it into a Leafeon. You can go to the underground, find yourself some Evolutionary Stones. A lot of options for Eevee here. And tons of people were hoping I'd use an Eevee on my team, and I really wanted to, but I decided against it at the end. If I did use an Eevee, what I was going to do was either evolve it into a Glaceon or Leafeon, because I wanted to use one of the newer Pokemon, but I already have a Grass type, and I didn't want to wait so long in the game to get a Glaceon, because the spot where you actually get Glaceon doesn't take place till like the 7th gym badge, so I will put Eevee in my PC, but I would highly recommend using Eevee. All of the Evolutions are pretty powerful, so a very good Pokemon. But I'll get the egg back out, and hopefully it'll hatch in the next couple of videos. So yeah, I'm sorry Eevee, and I'm sorry everyone that wanted me to use Eevee, but I actually won't be using it. I'm only going to add one more Pokemon to my team, and that'll maybe be coming up within the next, 5 videos or so. That building right there, there's nothing in there. The gym, we can't go in right now, so don't worry about it. For now, let's just go down to this building. I think you can get an item, and yeah, you can get a Shell Bell by going up the stairs here. I think this is one of those Pokemon hotels, or I guess the elevator, not the stairs. And Shell Bell's a pretty good item. It's kind of like the leftovers. Every time you attack another Pokemon, you will restore a little bit of your own health afterwards. So a pretty good healing item. And yeah, just talk to this person up here. And we get ourselves a Shell Bell. And the TV is on up here. I wonder if I'm actually on TV, because you know what, I can't remember if I did an interview with anyone or not, because every time you do an interview, you get on TV. But I don't recall doing an interview ever, so I don't know. My phone keeps ringing. It'll be funny going back to see if I could actually hear my phone in the microphone, but whatever. I guess I wasn't on TV. I'll have to do an interview next time I get the chance. Yeah, it feels like we're going like 20 floors down, but I don't know what's going on in between the 2 levels there. Here's a Shroomish. I wonder if Shroomish is like considered an illegal drug in the Pokemon world. It's like illegal to be caught in possession of Shroomish. Anyways, let's go into the Pokemon Fan Club. Yeah, in every game you'll find a Pokemon Fan Club somewhere. And usually if you talk to the chairman, you can get yourself an item, so yeah, you always just have to listen to him blab on about how much he loves Pokemon. So, the good news is if you talk to him, he will give you a Puffin case. Now, what are Puffins? If you remember in Ruby and Sapphire version, there were Pokeblocks. Puffins are basically the newer version of Pokeblocks. And they really do nothing for your Pokemon, like, competitively. What they do, though, is they boost up their contest stats. So if you're going to bring your Pokemon into contests, it's a good idea to have Puffins for them. And speaking of Puffins, oh yeah, by the way, note to self, I need to go get some healing items at the mart, but we'll do that later. But yeah, this right here is the Puffin House. So if you have your Puffin case, you can talk to this person and cook some berries. So you can do it alone, in a group with like Wi-Fi, and basically, you just use your stylus and you like stir up the Puffins and feed them to your Pokemon. And like I was saying, if you want your Pokemon to do really well in the contests, then you can feed them a bunch of Puffins and it'll help them out with contest stuff. Otherwise, you don't really need to do it for anything. And this place really creeps me out. There's no music here, and it's like a cathedral, church-type place. Nothing to do in there, though, so don't worry about it. Plus, it really creeps me out when there's just, like, dead silence and no music. But I think what we'll do next is head to the Amity Square. Amity Square is like a little park area on the north side of Hearthome City. And in Diamond and Pearl version, you were forced to bring like some cute Pokemon like Pikachu, Buneary, Clefairy in here. But in Platinum version, you can bring your starter Pokemon in. And there's really nothing to do here but grab some items. So I'd recommend coming up here because you can get TM43, Secret Power, a decently powerful normal type move. So go ahead and teach that to one of your Pokemon right now if you can, because if you wait later in the game, it won't even be that powerful anymore. And right here is TM45 Attract, so you can get 2 pretty decent TMs. And if you go inside these little stone hut things, you can actually teleport around. It's kind of complicated, but you can go to like the left, straight, or to the right, and it will bring you to different areas. Now what I'm going to do next is leave back through the entrance and go to the other side. There's actually a west entrance and an east entrance. And depending on which side you go on, you can get different items. So they changed it up a little in Platinum version. I think in Diamond and Pearl you could just cover all the sides at once, but now, unless you can figure out a good system for teleporting around, you actually have to go through each entrance individually to get all the items. But you definitely want to go on both, though, because there are good items to grab. The one in here is the Amulet Coin. And this will be like your best friend in the world. Anyways, let's mix it up this time and go with Drifloon instead of Groudle. So now we get a whole new animation. But yeah, the Amulet Coin is like the greatest item of all time. This item will just make you the richest person in the world, because by attaching it to your Pokemon and using them in battle, you get double the amount of money from trainers. So you'll just be blowing money all over the place, like you'll be getting Hyper Potions when you don't even need them, all sorts of stuff. And yeah, our next item, which is down there, is pretty hard to get. And people just don't know what to do, because if you go inside these little rock things that teleport you around, they literally just bring you back and forth. So what you have to do is go to the right, and then you go to a whole other area. It's kind of weird. So now you're over here, and you just go inside the door one step, go to the right, and yeah, then you go to the left. There's like a really weird path. Then you're over here, and then we're gonna go to the right, and then back. I might be mixing it up, I'm just kind of guessing. Left. I'm acting like I know the whole formula, I'm just guessing. But yeah, eventually you get here if you just do that combination of right-left. So there might be a quicker way to get there, but that's the way I took. But yeah, that's the spooky plate. And that drives people up the wall, because they just think it's like impossible to get there, and they just have no idea. But yeah, just realize that you can go left, straight, or right inside those little, whatever, those rock houses that cavemen must live in or something. But yeah, that's it for the Amity Square, so we got all 4 of our items in there, and that leaves the contest hall, so we can finally do that. And the reason you really need to go to the contest hall is because if you talk to this guy, he will tell you that you can't fight the gym leader, it's impossible, because she's not there. And she's actually at the contest hall, so we need to go fetch her from over there. And let's not forget, there was that one girl who was going to thank us in the contest hall, so a couple things to do here. And there she is right there, her name is Kira, so yeah, we're her hero, we saved her Buniary, and our mom is here as well. It's like, Mom, this girl is trying to thank me, I'm trying to flirt with her, don't embarrass me. But yeah, how did our mom even make it here? Like, I'm not convinced that our mom, you know, journeyed through all these dangerous forests and caves, made it through all this dangerous grass with all these wild Pokemon, but whatever, she somehow got here. But yeah, our gift for saving her Buniary is glitter powder. Like, glitter powder? Really? That's what you're gonna do? That's how you're thanking me for saving your Buniary? Like, your Buniary would have ran off and you would have never found it again, and you're giving me glitter powder. Like, I wish I could go back in time and let your Buniary run right past, because all you're giving me is glitter powder. How worthless. But, yeah, your mom's gonna talk to you for a bit, and she's gonna give you a tuxedo so you can look all glamorous for your contest competitions. So yeah, and if you're playing with the female character, you will get a dress. Not that it really makes a difference. And honestly, I don't even know if my character is wearing the tuxedo now. I can't even tell the difference, so whatever. It doesn't matter, though. Yeah, talk to this guy, though. I think he gives you a Puffin. So yeah, a mild Puffin. There you go. And then, the one last thing we need to do is talk to Fantina, who is the purple-haired person over there. You can usually tell if someone's a gym leader just because they look way different than everyone else in the game. So yeah, Fantina talks really weird, and she just twirls around for some reason, and she's like, "Oi, contests." Like, what? Oi? Who says oi? Like, that's the weirdest thing ever. She must be from some other country, because she's like, "Tres fantastique." Like, what? What is that even? That's like a combination of, like, Spanish, like, and French or something? I don't know. Because, like, oi sounds Frenchy, and then tres is, like, Spanish for 3. And here's the guy dressed as a clown. Oh yeah, he tells you about the 3 kinds of contests: visual, dancing, and acting, so yeah, there's 3 different kind of competitions, and contests are not necessary for beating the game, but you can get kind of worthless prizes that don't do anything for you if you do beat the game. But hey, we do have blue couches in here, so that's cool. And you can't even sit on these. Why do they have couches that you can't even sit on? Whatever, I don't know why, I'm getting distracted by all these colorful things in here. Alright, so we've done everything in Hearthome City except for the gym, so that's what we're going to be doing next time. In Diamond and Pearl version, you don't fight Fantina for a while, but in Platinum version, she is the 3rd gym leader, so this is our next order of business, and I will be facing the gym in the next video. See you all then.